Remembers D-Day. Boys are on your beaches, American boys just a little older than her brothers, coming to set you free.
On this Victory in Europe Day, a special moment at our Fox Carolina studios, the son of a woman who fled France in 1939, getting to shake the hand of a man who fought on the beaches of France in World War II. Dan Dather now lives in Greer, but his mom was born in France and was forced to flee when she was just 11 years old. And 104-year-old veteran Ralph Conte fought on Utah Beach in Normandy in 1942. As this VE Day marks the end of the war, Dather, who's a Navy veteran himself, says we can never forget the sacrifice of these men and women.
He's a warrior. When you see someone that's over 100 years old, you don't get that sense of warrior, but when you know the story, he's valiant. I mean, I just want to tell him thank you for saving our family. That's what they did. So that was surreal.
And for much more, we are joined by Ralph Conte himself, the legendary Ralph Conte. Always good to see you, 104 years old, World War II veteran. We are so thankful you are back with us once again. A now familiar face to the program, so we are so happy to host you as always. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time. You were in Normandy,
yes,
80 years ago on this day,
yes,
when Germany surrendered. What was that moment like? What do you remember about that day?
We're scared to death. It was terrible landing on the beach, and the worst part of it is you don't know who you're shooting at because it's dark. It's about 3 in the morning or so, and I hid under a half track because everybody was scattered and shooting. And after the shooting was over slightly, then you would hear Company F, 301st Infantry, gather around, and we all gathered around, and they took us and put us in a special place by a hedgerow, and the hedgerow's about this high. And this is where we were put because they had a battalion of tanks on the other side. They had nowhere to go but the ocean. And we had to keep them in that place. And there's where we stood for quite a while. And of course the 88s were coming over quite often. On the 14th day is when I got hit because I didn't know enough to get in the foxhole. They kept shouting, but you know, all that noise, you don't hear it. They kept telling me, jump in, jump in. When I finally did jump in, I didn't feel anything. And when I raised my head after bombarding was over, and I saw all this blood, and I knew I was hit. So the medics got me out of there and rushed me to one of the small hospitals, and there's where I stayed for a while, and I couldn't use my hand. I still can't use this hand. And later on they put me in the kitchen until I got better. And then one of the sergeants came over, staff sergeant came over looking for me. He said, "Are you ready?" I says, "I don't think so." He says, "Well, you can still use your left hand." He threw the gun in my hand. I wanted to shoot him.
So you have received the Bronze Star,
Yes,
received
sir.
the Purple Heart. So we are so thankful for that. This is what I have here in my hands. We have your Bronze Star. We have your certificates for the Purple Heart and Bronze Star. But you were just able to meet the son of a woman who fled Normandy.
Yes, that was a thrill.
What was that moment like to shake his hand and be reminded of those are the individuals that you fought so hard for?
Well, it's always exciting to find someone, you know, that could tell a story about their family. I get that constantly. And I'm always willing to talk to them because they always have a story about their son or their daughter or someone. There isn't a day that doesn't go by that I'm speaking to someone, and that makes me feel good. But I always feel bad that I'm here and they're not, and they're there somewhere. The unknowns, I would say. And I still don't know why I'm here at 104.
Well, we are thankful that you are here at 104.
And I often wonder that my family were not long livers, and I know my grandparents and where they came from, they were long livers. They lived in the 90s most of the time. but no one ever lived to be 99 or 100 or over. And I count the days where I just wake up and I'm glad I'm still here. I think I'm still here because there's somebody up there must be watching over me. That's all I can say. I think my wife, God bless her.
We are so thankful you are here, and you are still staying busy. We just ran into each other at the grocery store the other day.
Yes,
So
yes.
that was a wonderful surprise. I think seeing these certificates, these medals, it took a while for you to get some of these. So what is it like to be able to see right here in writing the Purple Heart, the Bronze Star, and you're able to kind of hold this, and I know you didn't serve for this, but to see this recognition and for us to be able to have you here today, what is all of this like for you?
Because I can't believe it half the time. I just can't believe it. I can't believe this happens. I mean, they could have waited. They could have done it a little earlier. I would have been much happier, and I wouldn't be walking with a cane, you know.
We are so thankful you're with us, back with us as always, 104 years old, still going strong. So Mr. Conte, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
and
very
thank you for your
much.
service.
It's a pleasure.